Welcome back to another Watch Me Wholesale episode. The way this works is I've got 10 random markets chosen here on a picker wheel. I'm gonna spin that wheel and randomly choose one of these markets. Then I'm gonna find a distressed property, analyze it and crunch the numbers, and then call and make an offer. All of that and more coming up.
This video is brought to you by 10K Club, a program that pays you $10,000 for finding ugly houses. Learn more at my10kcheck.com.
If you're new here, I'm Jerry Norton. I went from dead broke to millionaire flipping real estate. And after doing 1,000 deals, I created this channel to help you master the art of wholesaling and flipping so you can live your dream life. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified when new videos are released. Okay, if you're ready here, I'm gonna go ahead and click the spin button and it's gonna choose a market for us. Let's see who the winner is today. All right, New Orleans, Louisiana, here we go. Let's find a deal. Okay, so what I've done is I've gone to Redfin here. Redfin is strong in New Orleans, and I searched New Orleans on Redfin, and it kind of pulls up the entire general market as a whole. Shows me everything kind of active right now. There's 350 plus homes on the market in the greater New Orleans market. And what I'm gonna do with Redfin, which is really cool, is there's a feature here called Fixer Upper. So you see this little checkbox here. If I check that, then what it's gonna do is it's gonna pull me up a list of all of the properties for sale right now that I can find on Redfin that have some kind of distress going on. So the Fixer Upper category, it finds somewhere in the description. It has an algorithm that searches for those keywords, and then it kind of filters out that list for us. It's a really cool feature. I love that about Redfin. If you don't have Redfin in your market, because Redfin is not everywhere, then you can do the same thing on Zillow, but unfortunately Zillow doesn't have a fixer-upper category, so you have to manually do it by by using keywords in the search. Now, I've got a master key list that I'll give you for free. I'll put the link to that in the description for Zillow, specifically for Zillow, that you can use if you need to do this on Zillow. But what I want to do right now is I've clicked the fixer-upper category. I've clicked house also, so that way we're just looking at houses. I'm going to click apply filter. And then what I like to do is I like to search the most recent listings. And you can see here something 3 hours, 26 hours, 28, 3 days, and so on. I mean, we've got a big list in New Orleans. So I'm going to look at this first one here because it's only 3 hours old. And let's click on this property here. You can see from the outside here, it's got roof damage, so it needs a roof. And look at this picture right here. Let me just go open this. There's only 4 or 5 pictures here, but this thing is down to the studs. I mean, it's a complete gut job and it needs a roof. I mean, this thing is just an all out, it's got this skirt around it on the, whatever they put these things on over there, piers, I think. So this thing just needs everything. And it's, what is it? I think it was 1,200 feet. Yeah, 1,200, 3.2, which is a great size, great, combo there, 3.2, 1,200, no garage. So what will this thing get? But first of all, what I want to do is I'm going to go to my deal analyzer. And guys, I've got a digital deal analyzer here. It's a built-in calculator tool. All you do is plug in certain information and it'll calculate everything for you. So it's really awesome. I'll give this to you for free. Just go to mydealanalyzer.com and you can download this. But I'm going to put in here 1,200 square feet. And on a rehab like this, something like this, 1,200 feet, I'm going to go with 75,000 on a rehab. That's realistically, I mean, it could even be more than that, but realistically, to do a complete gut end to end, it's going to be $75,000. I've done these before, and that's what it cost. So we'll put 75,000 now down there. Now let's go figure out what our back end value is, or our after repair value. So if I go back over here to our property, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and favorite this, and then I'm going to duplicate this tab. So I'm going to right click duplicate tab. And then what's cool is right here, you see this neighborhood field right here. I'm going to click neighborhood, and it's going to take me down to the neighborhood. And it's saying here that this is called Plum Orchard, and the median value is $142 with a $78 a foot price per square foot. So let's go verify if that's legit. I'm going to click right here where it says Plum Orchard. It's going to open up a map and it's going to outline for me Plum Orchard. So that's this whole area right here. There's my starred property right there for $80,000. I'm going to now go switch this to solds, go back 6 months. We don't need to go back further than 6 months because the market's so hot right now and appreciating so quickly, if I go back 12 months, those comps are old now, right? So 6 months is good. Definitely pulled up plenty of comps, 34. I'm gonna click house, and we're 1,200 feet, so I'm gonna put 1,500 as my max and maybe 1,000 as my minimum. That's great. That filtered it down to 7. That's really all the filters I need right now. And let's take a look here. I wanna look now at my highest priced homes so that I can see, ideally look for a flip. So right here close by, here's one for 146, sorry. So for 146, it's 1244.32, just like us. And look at this thing is dated. I mean, it's super dated. It's got stainless steel appliances, but old tile, old paint, old floors, old cabinets. And this thing did really good, got 146. Next highest is this one, it got 146. It's bigger, it's 1,400 square feet, and it's a rehab. Look at the kitchen. Let me pull this one up. So look at this, wood floors, new kitchen, stainless steel appliances, kind of like a darker, I mean, that's not really that great of a bathroom, but that's what they did on their rehab, but vacant. So that's a flip right there. And that got 146, and it's bigger than ours. So let's go back. There's one other one I saw over here. This one. This one is 1253, 2.5. So pretty much our house. And let's take a look at what they did here. Okay, look at this, guys. This is a flip. Wood floors, crown, open floor plan, which we could do with this open canvas on ours. New kitchen, new granite, new appliances, crown floors. Let's go see what the bathrooms look like. Look at that, nice tile floor, tile tub surround, granite again in the bathrooms. Like this is a nice rehab. We're gonna spend every bit of $75,000. And look, they did a new fence around the outside. It's on piers just like ours. And then they got this gate, across the front. So kind of make it private and everything. And this is every bit of a $75,000 rehab. And that's our comp right here, because ours is gonna be brand new like this one. So, I mean, the most we're gonna get for our house is 143. How old did this? This sold 6 days ago, brand new comp. So I'm gonna go to my deal analyzer. And what I wanna do here is I wanna make my price per square foot equal to 146. So that's gonna take me up to about probably like 114 or so a foot. I'm just gonna bump this up to 140 right there, 144. That's 120 bucks a foot on 1,200 feet, $75,000 rehab. And I've got to jump this up too. Like a flipper's not going to want to do a gut and only make 25,000. I don't even think they're going to want to make 35. I think 36 is what a minimum is what a flipper's going to want to do. Even that, I would not touch a gut job to make 36. But let's just keep it at that because another flipper might be able to. I'm gonna keep my costs kind of low at 8% for closing costs. I normally go 8 or 9% for closing costs. That covers commissions and all the fees to buy it and sell it. I'm talking about a flipper right now. Carrying costs, which is cost of financing, I put that at 5% of ARV. So that means a flipper, not even if I want to wholesale this thing, a flipper needs to be at $14,000. If I'm a flipper and I buy this for $14,000, spend $75 on a rehab, and sell it for $144, and I want to make $36,000, and I've got cost, right? I need to buy this for $14,000. This is clearly way out of league on $79,000 asking price. So, but let's just say I bump this down and I say, maybe there's a flipper that'll want to make $25 on it. Let's just leave it right there. And then I want to make $10,000 wholesaling it. Kind of puts me at the same number. I need to buy this thing at about $14,000. Let's just call it 10 to 15,000 to flip this thing for 10 grand to a fix and flipper who's okay to do all that work to make 25. I think that's kind of pushing it a little bit, but let's go with that as our kind of our formula to go with. So I'm now gonna try to accomplish the impossible, which is call up this agent who's got this thing listed at $79,000, $79,900, $80,000 listing, and I'm gonna offer 10 or 15,000 to buy this house and see what happens. Now, guys, why even waste the time? Why not just move on? Okay, clearly not a deal. Because you never know what's going on. Maybe I can establish my foot in the door. Maybe I can get this agent to see my reasoning. Who knows? Maybe the seller will take it. We don't know. Don't ever assume you know the motivation of somebody else. Just call and make the offer. I've got this far. Why not just take the next step, call, make the offer? So we're going to call this guy Ronald Ward. And on this one, his number's right here on the Redfin. If it's not, I got to Google it and find his number and then call him. So I'm going to call him right now and see where this goes. Let's do it.
This is Ron.
Yeah, hi Ron. This is Jerry Norton. How are you doing?
Jerry Norton, how can I help you?
I'm calling about your listing on Camellia Street.
Okay.
I'm an investor. Saw this just came out a few hours ago.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, what can you tell me about this property? What's going on here?
It's a 1,200 square foot traditional style wood siding frame house. It's gutted. I don't know if you see the listing, you see photos, but it's completely gutted.
Yeah.
And my seller's offering it for sale.
Okay, so just
Good size corner lot.
So just a private seller. It's gutted. I see it's gutted to the studs. What's going on with the skirt? I mean, what is this thing up on? What is this thing sitting up on?
The foundation is piers.
Piers.
It's a raised foundation. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. Okay, no garage.
No garage.
Yeah, so I'm looking at this as a flip, right?
Okay.
And what it would take to buy it, fix it up, and flip it. There's another flip in that neighborhood that I'm looking at a few blocks away, over on Dale Street. I don't know if you know where that's at.
No.
Okay, it's 1,200, 3.2, sold for 143, and it's really nice. Wood floors, brand new kitchen, all appliances, open floor plan, like everything brand new. Gated entrance. Also no garage, but really well done. Tile, all new doors, all new trim, fenced all around, roof, siding, windows, like really, really done well. And it sold for 143.
Okay.
So I kind of think that's a good number. There's another one as well that I think is, maybe similar to that. It's a little bigger though. There's two more comps that sold for that around there, 140s. There's one up on Werner, a couple streets the other way.
Uh-huh.
It got 146, but it's 1,460, so it's a couple hundred square feet bigger.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm thinking, this thing fixed up and done right would be around a 145, 150 kind of back end.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what kind of number you were thinking for a back end number.
Well, my seller is a contractor as well.
Uh-huh.
So we're not looking to buy it for the back end number. So we didn't even investigate it.
Yeah. Well, but you're looking for a cash buyer, right?
We're looking for a cash buyer or somebody with financing with a rehab loan.
Yeah, hard money loan or something. Yeah. So your buyer's an investor like me who's going to be looking at it and saying, okay, if I buy it, what can I make if I rent it or flip it or whatever? So I'm just kind of being open with you. I'm looking at it as a flip, thinking no matter whatever I do to it, if I do it right, I'll flip it for 145.
Okay.
Now, this thing's going to need, it's a roof and a complete inside, right? Because it's a gut.
Right.
What kind of number are you thinking it's going to take to fix this up? Do you have an idea? Have you thought about that with your guy or?
No, we haven't investigated that.
Yeah, so to me it's about 75. Because I've done a handful of guts like this, and 1,200 square feet, end to end, complete gut with everything. You're looking at about 75,000, maybe even a little bit more, depending on how bad they hit me with like permits and inspections and stuff. But I would look to make it just like this one that sold down the street, a 3-2, all new, everything new, right? New kitchen, new granite, wood floors, trim doors, all of it. So, you know, for this thing to work, I mean, it's like $10,000-$15,000 to put 75 into it and try to sell it and make, you know, 30 grand on a flip. I would need to buy it for about 10 or 15,000.
Okay, well, then this property doesn't work for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just saying that's kind of where I'm at. Is this something that, I mean, where's the seller at? Are they looking to hold out for 80 grand?
The property is listed for $79,900. I can tell you a 10 or 15 grand offer will get rejected. He might not even sign it. But it's listed at $79,900.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just trying to understand where you're at or where the seller's at with that number, because anybody who's going to have to come in and do a roof and finish the inside is going to be spending that kind of money. So then let's just say you buy it for 75 and you spend 75, you're all in for 150. I mean, maybe that makes sense for a buy and hold guy, but I don't know that they want to do that extensive of a remodel for a hold, you know. A flipper will spend the money and do the work if it makes sense, if it makes money. You know, so, you know, I mean, I'm just trying to explain to you the logic behind where I'm at on it. And then if that makes sense, I think it's worth calling up and just doing a verbal and saying, hey, I got a flipper. Here's kind of what he's thinking. It's worth 150, going to take 75. You know, where are we at? He needs to be at 10, 15 grand on this thing for it to make sense. See what he says. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they want to dump it fast.
I mean, he's going to laugh at that. I already know what he's going to do.
Yeah, well,
like this property just, I mean, no offense, but this property just doesn't work for you. That's and it might work for you in 3 months or 6 months. But today, it doesn't work for you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand who it does work for.
The person who eventually buys it.
Yeah, but who's that? I mean, who's your target buyer right now?
The target buyer is somebody who's looking to get into this property and flip it.
Okay, so you're looking for a flipper. So you're looking for a flipper.
Let me tell you this right now.
Okay.
I can finish this house with 40 grand. I can't.
How?
I can't.
How?
I'm a licensed contractor.
Uh-huh.
It's not going to cost me what it's going to cost you. I mean, you're having challenges with permits and this and that. Obviously, you're not a contractor.
I'm an investor and I hire out contractors.
Right, and contractors make profits off of you. So the property doesn't work for you. Maybe the property works for somebody like me.
So you have your own crews and you just pay labor and cost of material to do this entire rehab and pull permits.
Yes.
So you're a general contractor.
Yes.
With all your own crews.
Yes.
Yeah, but see,
there are a lot of guys out there that's doing this, looking for properties like this.
I still do not see how. I mean, I've done 1,000 flips. I do not see how you could possibly renovate this house with everything that it needs for $40,000, even if you have all your own crews. I mean, it's a gut right down to the studs. I mean, it needs roughs, starting from roughs all the way up, and a roof.
Well, look like the plumbing. The plumbing has been roughed in already. It looks like some of the plumbing has partially been roughed in. The roof. I mean, if you're thinking the roof is going to cost 8 or 10 grand, then yeah, I don't know.
5 or 6. I mean, 5 or 6 for a roof. You got to do something with that skirt around the thing. There's no. I mean, there's not even like a driveway. It's just going to be a lot. That's all.
Okay, I understand.
Okay.
I understand where you are.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this probably just
not a good fit. Yep. I'll keep an eye on it though. If it's still sitting here.
Not today. Right?
Yeah. Can you keep my number though? And if this thing if he starts to drop price, then I mean, I'll watch for it, but I'll let you write the offer. So.
Can you
send you my info?
Yeah. Just I'm driving right now, and I know I won't. Send me a text to the same number you called, and I'll lock it in. And if something changes, I'll give you a shout. But see, you saw it. I just put it on the market a couple of hours ago, so I know you're watching it. So put a note on it if something changes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to be real. If you're targeting a flipper, I don't see how it could possibly sell for anywhere near where you're listed with it being a gut. And the comps in the neighborhood are 140 to 150. It's not going to sell for more than that, no matter what you do to it. It's just not. I mean, that's what the nicest remodel I can find that's over the top nice sold for 143. That's 1,200 feet.
I mean, I would
even if you spend 40, it doesn't make sense.
Just for shits and giggles, right?
Yeah.
This house, the most expensive thing that has to go back in it would probably be I'll probably put central air and heat in it. You're gonna put laminate floors. The drywall is gonna cost what it costs. There's no lumber. The biggest cost right now in rebuilds is the lumber cost. They're through the roof right now. Drywall has been the same for the last year and a half. Insulation is nothing. The rest is interior finish.
Then you're not going to get 140. You're not going to get 140, 150 because I'm looking at 150 right now. I'm looking at 143. It's got crown. It's got wood floors. It's got a brand new door with side lights. It's got mutton bar windows. It's got a brand new kitchen with granite. It's got appliances, all new plumbing, recessed lights, right? Tile bathroom, not laminate. Tile bathroom, granite in the bathroom. It's nice, and it's sold for all fenced in yard, and it's sold for 143.
The difference between you and me is the cost of installing granite, the cost of installing tile surrounds in the bathrooms. It's negligible.
I mean, I see your argument about your cost of labor. I'm just saying.
I'm just telling you what I can do.
Yeah.
I know what I can do.
But if I plug in your numbers and I say, okay, I'm going to sell this thing for 145, and I'm going to spend 40.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 40, right?
Okay.
Okay. I got closing costs. I got carrying costs. How much profit do you think a flipper's going to want to make to do this project? 25, 30?
Let's just say 30.
Okay.
Say 30.
So 30. That puts me at a 55 buy. If I could only spend 40 to make 30, after I pay commissions and closing fees and all of that stuff, and I sell it for 144, 145, and I want to make 30, that puts me at 55. Mm-hmm. And I don't think there's a flipper that can look at that and keep it at 40 other than you. I don't know how a flipper could possibly keep, I mean, and my crews I pay rock bottom. I got great guys. I don't overpay. I get stuff done cheap and right, but it's still, labor, everything's up. Labor's up, everything's up. Materials are up. So I don't know. I'm not seeing it. But even at your numbers, what makes sense to me is 55 at your numbers, not 78.
Well, a 55 offer might not get laughed at.
Okay. Well, would you renovate this house what would you charge if I hired you to renovate this house?
Oh, I would probably charge you 80.
Okay. So you want to make double your cost when you GC?
Well, okay, so here's what happens when I GC for you.
Okay.
All the guys that I hire, hold on one second. Just hold on one second.
This guy's so full of crap. This reminds me of the Watch Me video we did where you put Doctor Strange in there running the numbers. She's like, hold on, let me run the numbers. No, I'm just sitting there like, send her my deal analyzer, you just plug it in.
Yeah.
So guys, we're on hold waiting right now, and I'm clearly wasting my time because I don't know what this guy's telling his seller or where he's coming up with 40 grand on a complete gut re.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so the cost that I have, they change. It changes. I'm gonna tell you why it changes. I can't go to my warehouse and get the 2 toilets that I have from 2 jobs ago and use in this property. I have to get you new toilets. I can't use the shingles that I have from the other job. I have to go to.
Ron, I understand that, but Ron, here's the thing. You're not the buyer. A flipper like me is the buyer. So you're using logic. You're using logic like
maybe a flipper like me
is the buyer you're looking for, who's got warehoused inventory and their own crews and all their own labor at cost is who you're looking to sell this to.
And they're gonna buy it and they're gonna sell it and make a profit. It's just real simple.
Okay, if that's, yeah, I mean, even if you find that one rehabber like you that wants to do a complete gut, make $30,000, that has control over all the cost, warehoused inventory, can do this thing at half of what anybody else can do it, you find that buyer, even then they're gonna need to buy it at 55. So, I mean, you're going to sit. I'm just telling you right now, until you drop the price, this thing's going to sit here forever.
Well, we have time.
Yeah. All right. If no one's in a hurry and you have time, sit. Maybe someone will see land value, or maybe somebody will be like you and have all those things.
Or maybe I will flip.
Maybe you'll buy it. I think you should buy it.
Maybe, But the house doesn't work for you right now. That's the long and short.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Ronald, thank you for your time. I just wanted to see if we could where this thing was going and where it was at. That's really helpful. I'll keep an eye on it. Let me know if anything changes. Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Bye. Okay, guys. So you get to see all types of things. I mean, $79,900 for this gutted house? Are you kidding me? It's just unreal to me that this agent would think that that's a good number, that the seller would think that that's a good number. I mean, clearly he said, I didn't run any numbers. Well, what do you mean you didn't run any numbers? That's your job. If you're looking for a cash buyer flipper, then don't you want to price this thing so that a cash buyer flipper like me would want to buy it? So I think there's a lot of delusional things going on here with this agent and the seller, but it is what it is. Clearly, I stayed on the phone way longer than I ever would. I did that just for educational purposes for this video, just to what I wanted to do was kind of show you that what I do with agents is I try to help them understand a logical conclusion for my low offer. Now, that doesn't always work. It clearly didn't work with him, although he was engaged. He was willing to have that conversation with me. I don't typically do that with private sellers because they don't really care about the reasons why your number is what it is. They only care about what their bottom line is and their problem and you solving it, right? But with agents, I feel like this agent is representing the seller and that I can say to him, here's where this should be for it to make sense. And if it doesn't, then I get you saying no way on your offer, no way on me even presenting it. He didn't even say I want to present. I'm gonna get laughed at. I wanted to say what's laughable is your asking price, not my offer. My offer is actually legit. Your asking price is what's laughable, but that would be offensive, right? So we don't say that. But guys, I'm not afraid to be bold. I'm not afraid to say, here is why. And I have that comp that is like a top comp that got 143. As justification for my low number. All right, so I kind of wanted to, I manipulated the numbers a little bit just to show him. I took out the wholesale fee and I just wanted to show him, okay, even if I can come with your pie in the sky, totally unrealistic rehab of $40,000, which guys, no way in hell that guy could rehab that house for $40,000 and not make it look like this comp we looked at on Dale. No way. I mean, even his material with his own labor would be not even near that. There's just no way. So, but using his own logic, his own numbers that you can't argue with the back end number. He wasn't saying to me, oh, no, we're going to sell for 200. He had no idea. So using his number of 40,000, even that doesn't even make any sense. I would not rehab this house, even if I could spend 40 from a gut perspective to make 30,000. There's so many unforeseens and so many variables with a gut rehab. All kinds of things could happen that you don't even anticipate. So you have to have good budget in place, a good buffer to even attempt to flip that thing. So I think he's just crazy thinking that that thing's going to sell anywhere near that. So, didn't go well. Obviously not even close to where we need to be on a deal, but that's what it goes sometimes. And you don't know that till you pick up the phone and call. It's still worth it. Maybe down the road, this guy calls me. Maybe we end up doing something on this one when he finally, gets his head out of his butt and figures out that this is not going to sell for $70,000. We'll see. But it's worth it, right? It's worth it to just make that offer. Obviously do it way faster when he was clearly not in the ballpark. I still would make the offer. Even though he's asking 79, I'm at 11 or whatever it was. I would still call and make that offer just like I did. I just wouldn't have stayed on the phone and argued with him like I did. Okay, so guys, by the way, one thing I want to tell you is if you want to get this deal analyzer, again, I'll give it to you for free. mydealanalyzer.com. It's really helpful for when you're doing exactly what I'm doing. And I also wanted to tell you that if you decide to go after deals like this, like on market, let's say that you do exactly what I model here in this wholesale show, you do get a good deal, I'll buy that deal from you and I'll pay you $10,000 for it. So I've got a free training where you can learn all about how to be a finder for me, get paid $10,000. It's really awesome so that you could take what I'm teaching here, take my software along with other training and tools, go get a good deal like this, assuming you could get that deal at the right price, bring it to me, submit it to me, I'll buy it, pay you $10,000 for every deal you bring. Again, just go to my10kcheck.com and you can register for a free training, learn all the details and see if that's a good fit for you. Okay guys, if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel with over 650 videos. This is the #1 channel on YouTube for all things wholesaling and flipping, and I'll see you on the next video.